Hi guys, EBPMAN with Tablets for Me, and today we're going to do an unboxing review of a Platinum Series case from Best Buy for the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. This case also includes a hip holster. So opening up the box is pretty simple. You just turn off the flap like this and the case and the holster come out. It is magnetic, but there's really nothing much to it. So we're going to put that aside so that we can take a look at the case itself. Now, I've seen this mechanism before. It comes from Saito as well. And what I really like about these holsters is the fact that these holsters have the spring mechanism, locking mechanism, so that when your phone is in this holster, and it will just we'll go ahead and snap this in like this. You really don't have a problem as you let's say kneel down and your phone comes up. So see how that works right there? There are other holsters out there in the market that don't have a, um, a spring snap like this that closes the top, and your phone ends up sliding out if you kneel down to pick something or you're just bending over for whatever reason. The holster also swivels on both sides, and it has kind of a locking mechanism, and it has this clasp. You notice also that it has this catch. So if your belt goes right here, if you bend down and this opens, it's going to continue to stay inside of that belt area. So I really like that feature about this case. Removing this insert, we'll take a look at this case itself. This is a two-part case. It is a hard plastic case and has a felt interior so that you're going to protect your phone from getting scratched. Now, it does have a kickstand, and I'm a fan of kickstands, especially when you're dealing with the Note, because the Note is so large and you want to take advantage of that screen. So here, what you'll find is that there are two magnets, or one larger actually here, that's going to make sure that leg stays there fixed at all times. So when I shake it, it doesn't come out, and when I open it up, it's pretty sturdy. It's not flip-flopping all over the place because of the spring. The one thing I will mention is that I have had folks for some of the other cases that I reviewed from this specific line that have called me in a panic because they can't take off the case. And one of the things that I'll highlight is this area right here. Let's look at what happens when we separate. There's a notch right here that catches with this area here. What you want to do is when your case is connected to your phone, and we're going to put this together, is you want to, I normally put my phone down like this. I press down in this area. When I press, this is going to come down, and then what I do is I press down and I squeeze, and then what happens is it comes out. I've seen people who've taken a screwdriver to try to take the case off. The other thing I find is that this felt adds some additional material, and there are times that I have to rub it down a little bit just so to make sure, because it's a new case. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at how we install this, how we take it apart, and how it fits in the actual holster. As we said, this is a two-part case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the top portion first. And I like starting with the top to make sure that everything aligns. Now, I do have a glass screen protector, and you're going to notice that the screen protector only barely comes up to the corners. So I see I have good alignment there, but that comes down to you as you install your screen protector, making sure that you've done that in the same way I have. Now, what you will notice is that, and I talked about the screen protector earlier, it does look that the screen protector is raised on the corners, but that's just something I notice of the screen protector itself. So that may just be how it is. It also has that treatment going all the way around. It has nothing to do with the case doing this. I will then take the bottom portion, and again, I'll do it slowly because I like to see how the screen protector lines. If you have a screen protector, you may want to see that as well. But you notice how it's just barely coming up to it, and you notice on this side the same thing is true. So it's really important that you have that right alignment. And then all you're going to do is you're going to push in until both of these meet. Now, it could be a little tight, like this one is, because again, that felt that's in the background. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll just take a quarter and I'll just rub it down so that it will fit. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to close this until it snaps. So I have the actual case on the phone, and you can see really nicely we have our cutouts are nicely lined, so our power button is cut out there, and you'll notice that the alignment itself is kind of it's nice because there's a depth to this so that your power button is never going to be depressed by mistake. On the back, you'll notice that there's some good depth here so that your camera itself is not flush, which is another nice feature, but I can still use that sensor right there for measuring my heartbeat. On the top, you have a nice cutout here. I'll make sure that that's in focus. Although I would say it's probably not as aligned as I'd like it to be. That surprises me. And as I'm looking at the pinhole mic, it is exposed. Let me bring that back in focus. It is exposed. You see it right there? But it's also not perfectly aligned. That surprises me. That's never happened in one of these lines of cases. Here, though, you'll see that this is perfectly aligned, and this is your infrared port. How much of this is going to be a bother to you? Doesn't bother me too much, but it's just something to know that that's the case right there. Let's see what else. Your volume rocker here, you notice that it has that cutout as well, so you have your cutout for your volume rocker, so it's not flush, and that's a nice feature. And then here on the bottom, you'll notice that you have your kickstand that opens up, and you have your speaker grill. You have this cutout is nice and generous, and you also have your two pinhole mics, and these align nicely. So that so you can see them that it's nicely aligned there. You do have your stylus, so you can remove it, and that doesn't cause a problem. Now I'm going to remove this case, bring this back in the camera, and I'm going to push down and separate. So I'm squeezing. It's already come out a little bit. And again, what you're going to do is you're going to push here, as I'm doing. It's starting to come out, and then it's going to come out just like that. And then I'm just sliding it out. So if you ever have to do that, once again, and it's tight, see that one was really tight, what I would do is, you see this felt right here, I'd rub it down with a quarter, so that, because the felt adds some thickness. If you see how much material is there with the felt, I'd rub it down until it slides nicely. If not, it's going to be hard to take off. So just check that out as you're doing it. But once again, you saw what I did. It's in. I pressed. I started separating it. I squeezed in right here, and that came apart. So once again, this was my review and also my little tip on how you put the case together and how do you get your phone on it. And then also we talked a little bit about this what I would consider as one of the better hip holsters, if you're into wearing hip holsters, that I've seen in the industry. OtterBox has a really nice one as well. I just like the form factor in this one because of the spring loading and the fact that it can be held in multiple angles, either this way or this way if you actually flip this around, and the fact that even if you hit it this way, this is going to protect your phone from coming out. But once again, this was the Platinum Series case from Best Buy for the Samsung Galaxy Note 4, and it comes with a kickstand. If you have any comments or questions about this video, leave it on the YouTube channel. Thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to watch. Don't forget to like and share.